such an asshole.
So I got to tell you about this guy. He's a regular client. He's many questions he has asked, but none of his questions are easy. It's not like, what's your opinion on something that doesn't take any research? It's always something that requires research or me to sit down and do things. So, dear Mr. Clary, if you have won the presidential election, who would you pick for your presidential cabinet, including vice president, chief of staff, and all other cabinet level positions? For a list of the positions to fill, which there's like 15 of them, sincerely would keep you anonymous. And the problem I came up with is I know like there are people I would, oh yeah, this person I would put into the cabinet, but you don't know them. They're mostly friends that I trust, people I know. But you don't know my buddy Lloyd. Obviously, the Department of the, if you knew my buddy Lloyd, you say, yeah, he should be in the Department of Defense. So I came up with two lists. Oh, here they are. Two lists in this dark room that has no light. So the lists are people that you would know and people you don't know. And some of them cross the border because they're people that you all know, like Atham and Chad. But then you don't know Cowboy Dave. Cowboy Dave is in Wyoming. So you, well, who the hell is Cowboy Dave? That doesn't make sense. So then I had to come up with people that you would know that would be a relatively good person or fit for that cabinet. Okay, so vice president would be my buddy Richard. If you guys don't know who my buddy Richard is, that's too bad. The only other person that I would have as my VP would be Thomas Sowell, but I already got him marked for a bunch of cabinet positions. So I would ideally, I'd just have Thomas Sowell be everything and call it a day, but it would either be Richard, my buddy Richard, or Thomas Sowell if it was someone you had to know. Chief of staff, I'd have TJ Martinell because I want to be my little servant. That's like what the chief of staff does. He's your little servant. And I'd want him to be like exhausted and tired. I want him to be just completely stressed with my administration trying to manage people. Now I know most of you know who TJ Martinell is, but if I really wanted someone like he would make a good chief of staff, by the way. But someone that is more famous, if you don't know TJ Martinell, I need someone who is a badass and could get shit done. It'd be Mel Gibson. I'd have Mel Gibson on my chief of staff. He seems to be a person you don't want to piss off. All right, now we go into the department cabinets. And this is, I guess, by alphabetical order. So we start with the Department of Agriculture. That'd be Cowboy Dave. You guys don't know Cowboy Dave. Dave, believe it or not, is a cowboy, and he's from Wyoming. And I'd have him be the Department of Agriculture. But since you don't know Cowboy Dave, I would actually go with Governor Kristi Noem, who is the governor of South Dakota, not because she is my governor, not because she is hot, but because she grew up on a ranch. She actually has baled hay, can ride a horse, and actually worked in the industry. And actually, it would be a pretty wise choice because she is the governor. She has experience with politics. So that wouldn't be the worst person to be the Department of Agriculture. Then we have an interesting thing where there are 15 departments, and I'm like, we don't need that many departments. I would eliminate or combine some. So we next alphabetically have the Department of Commerce, but I would throw the Department of Labor under it. And the known person I would have be the head of the combined Department of Commerce and Labor would be Thomas Sowell. And the unknown person that I would have be the head of the Department of Commerce and Labor would be Thomas Sowell. And I think I just call it the Department of Economics. Then we have the Defense Department. I would also throw in Veteran Affairs in there. I would combine them. And then if I use, okay, well, who do I really want there? I want my buddy Lloyd to be the Department of Defense and Veteran Affairs. But if you need someone who was known, Jim Mattis, General Mattis, he was the previous Department Defense Secretary under Donald Trump. Energy, I'd have Atham be the head of the Department of Energy. And then for unknown, it'd be Atham again. Homeland Security, unknown, Vince over at Masculine Geeks. And then for the known person, you guys all know Vince, I'd have Vince be that. I guess if I had to have someone, Homeland Security, maybe, I don't know, Kurt Russell. I don't Department of the Interior, my buddy Tristan. because he hikes a lot. Otherwise, I'd have Ted Nugent be in charge of the Department of Interior. The Department of Justice, you need someone who's fair and reasoned. I would almost want to be in charge of the presidency, the defense, and the justice, and then I just become a dictator. I'd eliminate half of you by offering you a plane to leave. I say, "Oh, you're gone. Bye now." And they say, "What happened? Where's all the? I don't know where all the people went. I bet you I'm gonna win the next election, though." Which is why you don't want me to be president. So the Department of Justice, I can't think of a fairer person than Chad Elkins. But if he was unavailable, you don't know who Chad Elkins is. You obviously the logical choice would be Chuck Norris. The Department of State would be Condi Rice, both known and unknown. You all know her, and I think she did a good job. And all the Democrats to say she did a horrible job, which is why I want her, because you hate her. So she must have done a good job. By the way, how's every community that you're in charge of with the people shitting in the streets? Is that still going good? Good. I want to know that your policies were working. The Department of Transportation. Now, you all should know who should be at the Department of Transportation. This should be so obvious. And if you have not guessed, Alex Patino, our truck driving Latino agent in the field. Actually, now that I think about it, hang on. Crap. White, black, white, Latino, white, black. Jeez. As much as I should have tried to aim to have nothing but straight white male Christians involved, my cabinet's actually kind of pretty diverse. I didn't mean to. But look at that. Oh my God, the best people. We don't have to have diversity. It just naturally happens. Darn it! I don't want Vince. I don't want Atham or Vince in my cabinet, to be perfectly honest. Get Lucifer and Geronimo, my two little nieces. Yeah, I know you're 6, but here's the Department of Energy. Go have at it. So yeah, the Department of Transportation have to be Alex Patino. In the Treasury, Elkins would have to work 2 jobs. I'd have him the head of the Department of Treasury, for both unknown and known. So there you go. That was a longer project than I thought. We got any super chats? Let's go to the super chat. How do I have super chats on this one? How do I have it on this? I did one where I did a deep philosophical deep dive about what Joker said. I had 1 or 2. This is a throwaway fart video, and I got 4 super chats on this already. Intel Wild, new guy, $2. Captain Pineapple Metal Tree. You know, these emoticons aren't big enough. I can't. It's a smiley face that looks like a metal. Marine metal military hat, a helmet, Captain something. Those are military. I don't know what is that, a grunt right there or a jarhead? The little guy there. Doug is fun, $2. I'll vote for Cappy 2024. I will never run for president. I'll tell you the reason. I'm not even joking about this, because you can't drive. After you're president of the United States, you can't drive. I don't love the country that much. Matter of fact, I kind of hate the country. I don't really like the people. I think you're all a bunch of assholes who don't deserve anything. And why would I waste my time in public service to you guys? But to be perfectly honest, if I was president, I'd tell all my friends, hey, you better buy some crypto and property overseas. And I'd become a fucking communist dictatorship, because that's what this country deserves. I'd be like, oh yeah, free shit for everyone. Nah, throw out merit and everything. What, you're black and you got a vagina? By God, I'm going to make you the queen. Are you a lesbian and hate everybody else? You have a president. Yes, come on in. You need to sit on some kind of board. Everything is free, and everyone can poop in the streets, and you're free to graffiti up all the fucking shit and lock down all the interstates and the highways. Here you go. Have at it, children. And I'd be with you like, hey, did you all short the US dollar like I told you to? Now we own like this entire island archipelago with lots. We're wealthy. We're rich. I would never run for president. Never. I wouldn't run for public office. Not at all. Not unless there was like a culture or a community that I was part of that I actually liked. All right. Michigan expat, 522, $5. Fackin' coffee shops and restaurants need to stop being fake and hey. Just saw a Christian coffee shop. Christian coffee shop that was pro-rainbow. What the fuck? Shaking my head. God have mercy. It's all Fake. The key word there is fake. It's all fake. You can't make good coffee. It all has to be about your trade. Again, I'm going to point out probably the number one reason I hate this culture is there is no culture. There are no people. It's just a bunch of traits walking around like, oh my God, I'm Christian, but I'm pro gay marriage. Oh my God, look at the position I take. I'm for organic. Like, there's no core, there's no soul. You're not a good person. You're a fucking billboard for political movements. And they used to say, you're just a billboard for the corporation. You're just a billboard for fucking political parties. Fuck off. Don't worry, they all go belly up because they don't serve. They're just like they're like a Disney movie. It's not good. They don't have a good product. It's like, oh my God, spin the wheel. Jewish Latinas. Oh, yeah. The first Jewish Latina quadriplegic to star in a Hispanic albinos movie. Done is fun. $2. Cappy slogan is, I get shit done. Go Cap. No, Cappy's slogan be, shut the fuck up. Here we go. Hold on. Called, you're not going to have any problems pretty soon. That would be my slogan. All right, I'll see you guys later. Toodles.